You were never the nice guy. That was your wound, wearing a smile. Let's stop pretending. The nice guy isn't some morally superior breed of man. He's a survival strategy. He's the boy who learned early on, if I stay quiet, if I stay helpful, if I don't cause waves, maybe I won't be punished, maybe I'll be loved. He didn't become kind, he became compliant. He didn't choose virtue, he chose invisibility, because visibility meant vulnerability. And so he learned to mask his rage with politeness, to cover his unmet needs with excessive giving, to hide his boundaries behind a fragile smile that screams, "Please don't leave." You were never born to be the nice guy. You were conditioned into it, domesticated into emotional silence, taught that your safety depended on being agreeable, taught that your truth was dangerous. And somewhere along the way, you believed it. You thought being nice would protect you. From rejection, from abandonment, from pain. You thought love could be earned through self-erasure. But there's no medal for shrinking, no reward for hiding your fire. You became so focused on being likable that you forgot how to be real. And then, it happens. She leaves, not with a fight, not with fire, but with distance, silence, dull eyes that once lit up at your presence, now scanning the room like you don't exist. You collapse, not because she left, but because you did everything right. You were gentle, you were available, you were emotionally intelligent, you were supportive, and somehow that made you disposable. Here's the truth you were never taught. Women don't leave the villain. They leave the man who disappears into performance, into politeness, into people-pleasing. Because love doesn't bloom in a vacuum. It needs edges, tension, presence. And the nice guy, he smooths out every edge, so she never gets to feel him. He becomes a comfort blanket, not a fire. She doesn't feel safe. She feels numb. You think she left because you weren't enough. But she left because you became nothing at all. You became a mirror reflecting back her moods, her wants, her chaos. But you stopped radiating your own truth. Let's be brutally honest. Nice guys are liars, not because they're evil, but because they lie to themselves. They pretend to be calm, while secretly boiling inside. They say it's okay when their soul is screaming no. They smile through wounds. They offer kindness with resentment attached. They give hoping it'll be reciprocated and crumble when it's not. They claim to be selfless, but it's all a trade. If I do this for her, maybe she'll choose me. If I stay loyal, maybe she'll finally see me. It's manipulation in sheep's clothing, and women can smell it. She doesn't trust the nice guy because she doesn't know what he's hiding. He says all the right things, but his eyes are starving, his spine is limp, and his energy is off. She might not have words for it, but her nervous system feels the lack of congruence, and she pulls away, not because she's cruel, but because nature doesn't respond to counterfeit energy. Now here's where it hurts. You weren't rejected for being too soft. You were rejected for being fake. She felt the gap between your words and your truth, between your gestures and your essence. And instead of saying, "I'm angry, I feel disrespected, I need space," you said, "It's fine." You buried your instinct beneath politeness, and that's where she buried her desire. So where did this performance begin? Let's trace it back, not to your adult relationships, but to the original woman in your life, your mother. Maybe she was loving but overwhelmed. Maybe she withheld warmth when you didn't behave. Maybe she praised you for being the good boy, quiet, helpful, compliant. And what did you learn? That love had conditions. That affection could be earned by silencing your truth. That being wanted meant being useful. So you shrank. You tucked away your fire. You abandoned your boundaries. You became charming, agreeable, a master at reading the room. Not because you were safe, but because you were scanning for rejection like your life depended on it. Because once, it did. The nice guy is not your true self. He's the survival version of you, engineered in childhood to win love from the very people who withheld it. And society? It applauds the performance. You're told, be emotionally available, be a gentleman, never raise your voice, make her feel safe. And all of that is valid. But not when it's a costume you wear to be loved, not when it's coming from fear instead of wholeness. Because the truth is, you're not emotionally available, you're emotionally exposed, hoping she'll fix the hole in your chest. You're not being gentle, you're being passive, afraid to assert your needs. You're not creating safety, you're creating guilt, manipulating her with how good you are. This is how boys play at love, but it's not how men lead it. You want to know why she left? Because she didn't feel your center, she didn't feel your root, she didn't feel the man beneath the performance. And when a woman can't feel your rootedness, she doesn't feel her own surrender, she doesn't feel held. So she walks. Not because you're bad, not because you're unworthy, but because you made her the center of your identity, and in doing so, became invisible. You orbit her. She wants to orbit you. Here's the solar truth. Masculine presence is not about aggression, it's about gravitational pull. Not loudness, but density, conviction, stillness, truth. That can't be faked. You don't earn that by being nice. You become that by integrating your shadow, by facing the fire you've been running from, by meeting your rage, your grief, your unmet needs, and reclaiming them as sacred. Not to weaponize, not to control, but to anchor. Let's get something straight. This isn't about hating women. This isn't about becoming cold, closed, or emotionally unavailable. This is about reclaiming yourself, rerouting into your spine, remembering the you that existed before you thought you had to become lovable. Because the man she wants to admire, he doesn't perform, he doesn't chase, he doesn't adapt himself like clay in her hands. He leads. Not by dominance, not by volume, but by presence. By owning his reality so fully that she either rises to meet him or quietly fades. And either outcome, he stays centered. Let's speak solar now. To be truly masculine isn't about having a beard, money, or charisma. It's about being a stable force in an unstable world. It's about being so attuned to your inner compass that no emotional storm, hers or yours, can pull you off course. It's about being unshakable, not because you're numb, but because your heart is no longer held hostage by other people's moods. You listen, you feel, but you don't collapse. You can witness her chaos without needing to fix it, without needing to run, without making it mean something about you. The new masculine isn't soft, it's strong in softness, it's honest in presence, it's disciplined in emotion, and most of all, it's free. Free from people-pleasing, free from emotional codependence, free from the lie that you are only worthy when you are needed. You are not her therapist, you are not her savior, you are not her emotional crutch, you are the mountain. And mountains don't move for moods. So let's end with this. If she left you, if she ghosted you, if she stopped being inspired by your presence, don't take it as rejection. Take it as invitation. Invitation to return to yourself, to end the performance, to bury the nice guy mask with a solar funeral, and resurrect the man who doesn't ask to be chosen, but chooses himself. And from that space, you stop chasing women. You start attracting queens. Women who don't want your validation, but are magnetized by your embodiment. You've heard the truth. Now let's root it. Because knowledge without action is performance. But embodiment, that's what makes a man unforgettable. Here are 3 solar practices to recalibrate your field, reclaim your edge, and restore your attraction to your own presence before anyone else. 1. The throne ritual, daily presence lock-in. Every morning, before speaking to anyone, sit in silence for 5 minutes. No scrolling, no reacting, just presence. Visualize yourself sitting on a throne of stillness. Feel your spine straighten, your jaw relax, your solar field expanding. You are not here to beg. You are here to be felt. Say this to yourself: I am the mountain. I move when I choose. I speak when there's something worth saying. Do this daily and watch your energy become undeniable, not by doing more, but by being more. 2. Break the pleaser code. Interrupt the weak loop. Today, notice one place where you're bending for approval. Maybe it's over-explaining in a message. Maybe it's nodding when you disagree. Maybe it's saying yes to avoid silence. When you catch it, pause, breathe, and do nothing. Let the discomfort rise. Let the awkwardness speak louder than your need to be liked. Because every time you betray your inner no, you teach your field that other people's moods outrank your truth. Today, break the code. 3. Solar edge reclamation, command plus cut. At night, take 3 minutes to stand in front of a mirror. Look yourself in the eyes, not the image, not the mask, the man, and say out loud, I am not here to be liked. I am here to be respected by myself first. Then cut one pattern, a soft excuse, a leaky boundary, a needy message you were about to send. Let it go. Edge restored. Because polarity doesn't come from effort. It comes from presence, from clean, sharp, grounded you. That's the practice. 3 simple actions. Every day, no permission needed. You don't have to become something new. You have to remember who you were before you forgot. And when you do, she'll feel it. If this scroll sparked something in you, share it with a brother who's still trying to earn love by shrinking. Like, subscribe, share your story in the comments section. Many people can find it relatable. And support this mission to resurrect true masculine presence, one solar man at a time. Because your throne was never taken. You just forgot where it was. Now go sit on it. Welcome to Solar Love Frequency.